Okay, so is there even a real Pebble replacement? In my last video, I talked about Rebel and how they are keeping our Pebbles alive. But what if you want to move on and buy another watch? So I compiled here a list of watches that could replace your Pebble depending on what you need. So that's what I'm going to look at now. Features you need or I need. First, of course, is app notifications relayed from your phone. Not only the main communication apps such as WeChat and WhatsApp and that sort of stuff. You want also other apps to be displayed as well. So that's a feature that Pebble provides, but other sort of low-end sort of fitness watches only provide notifications to some apps, not all of the apps. Music control. This is a big one. This is why some people choose Pebble, because you can control the music and you can see the title and skip the song or go back or go to the next song in a playlist. I use it with pocket casts. It's very useful. Voice replies. Of course, now with Rebel we can have voice replies. This is a big one as well. I use voice replies as well as canned response. This is the preset response that you have on your Pebble that you can click, and instead of using your voice you just send a predefined response. Of course, alarm and stopwatch and timer, those are sort of Casio functions, and they should be in a smartwatch. Third-party watch faces, not many watches have that. Unfortunately, not many fitness watches or sort of more fitness-oriented watches have third-party or more watch faces available. Long battery life. I mean, this is the standpoint of Pebble. This is the main feature. Pebbles have 10 days battery life, and other watches, including Wear OS, have only 1 or 2 days battery life. Good readability under the sun, because the Pebble uses an e-ink screen. You can read it under the sun quite well. And of course, fitness tracking, step counting, sleep tracking, heart rate monitor, etc. And other features that may vary from Pebble to Pebble, like a compass and that sort of stuff, sensors. So yeah, this is what Pebble has actually. So it has all we talked about, and apps with an SDK, so you can make apps, a calendar sync, and long battery life. So yeah, everything I talked about previously. So what other smartwatches offer the same functionalities? Well, smartwatches outside of Pebble seem to just focus on something, be it fitness or some other aspect, but just they don't do all of the features. So that's why Pebble serves a wider variety of people, because you have people who are not into fitness, and people who are, and people who use Pebble for this thing, and people who use Pebble for that thing. So yeah, they serve it's a wider audience for Pebble. Okay, let's start with the first replacement, Amazfit Bip. It's very popular. It's from a Xiaomi-owned company. It has a 30-day battery life without GPS and 7 days battery life with GPS. This watch doesn't have an input with buttons, it uses a touchscreen, and that's a negative for me because I prefer buttons. So notifications are supported as well as calls, and they have a GPS sensor, a heart rate monitor, acceleration, and a lot of more sensors, compass, barometer. The band is 20 millimeters, so Pebble bands will not be compatible with this watch bands. There's no SDK, but I will leave a link in the description. There are communities where people share modified watch faces that you can sideload them. IP68, and the price, I mean, it varies a lot. depending where you buy it. I've seen it for $60 on GearBest on AliExpress, but depending on where you get it, you can find it for different price points. Okay, now where it falls short. Music control. I mean, you can do sort of music control with Tasker, but it's very limited. And input relays on touchscreen, as I said before. Uh, no SDKs and no voice replies. Okay, this is a discontinued watch. It's called Isma Time. The battery life is 40 days, but that is sort of untested. I have similar reviews where they say only 30 days, and the notification sync is somewhat limited because sometimes it will just relay the title of the app, not the content of the notification. So you will get like WhatsApp, and that's it, not the message itself. The screen is memory LCD, so like Pebbles, but this is lower resolution. Sensors are pedometer and the heartbeat monitor. The apps that are inside the watch are alarm, stopwatch, find my phone, as well as weather and some fitness apps. 20mm band, so Pebble bands will not be compatible. Input via 4 buttons and a touchscreen. And the watch faces are from the OEM. You can sideload different watch faces. Okay, so similar to the Amazfit Bip, no music control, no SDK, no voice replies. Okay, so now we go into the Garmin watches. They vary from price point and also functionality, but there are some round watches from Garmin that are huge and expensive, but I've chosen this Forerunner 35, which costs $170 and has a 9-day battery life. Now, I would choose this if I was more fitness oriented. So, if you want like good HRM, good optical heart rate monitor, good step tracking, and sort of more advanced fitness options like tracking running, tracking swimming, and that sort of stuff. Like Garmin is more geared towards sports. One, it also has music control, so that's a big one. So proprietary bands, I don't like proprietary bands because they are expensive. No voice replies and no SDK. Okay, this is I think one of the closest replacements we have yet. So there is notification sync, of course. This is a Gear 3. It runs Tyson, so it will get long battery life. Heart rate monitor, step counter, acceleration, ambient sensor, so very typical. SDK, so you can make watch faces and app for this watch. Wireless payment, so there's like a MST sensor, so it emulates a sort of strip card, a magnetic strip, and so you don't have to carry your card away with you. It's nice. Rotating bezel and music control, and you can also store music on the watch and pair your Bluetooth headphones and stream music from your watch to your headphones. Voice replies. For the battery life and the price, a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth it. Okay, let's see where it falls short. So the screen might not be readable under the sun, and it's also expensive, as I said before. Another con that I can think is that it doesn't work with some phones. Okay, so from the company that acquired Pebble, Fitbit Versa, notification sync, of course, third-party SDK thanks to Pebble employees, music control and storage as well, like the Gear 3, sensors, heart rate monitor, GPS, and sleep tracker. It also has a 4-day battery life. And since it's Fitbit, it also has fitness modes like for running and stuff like that, and wireless payments. This also has like a paid coach, I think, for like fitness and that sort of stuff. Okay, so too fitness oriented, yeah, and it falls also in other categories. Small app ecosystem, but it's growing fortunately. Smart Pebble developers going to Fitbit, they develop more apps for this watch and proprietary bands. Okay, honorable mentions. Uh, Mi Band 3, yeah. It's not like a watch, it's more like a band, but still, it can be a replacement. Vector watches, they've been acquired by Fitbit, so maybe, I mean, if you find one for a good price, I get it, I guess. Amazfit Pace is just another watch from Amazfit, but it's bigger, the watch, so I didn't put it here. And the Gear Sport. There might be other watches, let me know in the comments which one you like. But yeah, that's pretty much an overview of what we're left as Pebble refugees. Where should we go? Bye.